Hi everyone, come on in and say hello. I am here with our first week of November weekly guides to see what's in store for us. So come and say hi. Let me know how your weekend was. Let me know if you're watching it on replay. We are a little early for a Sunday. The clocks went back last night. My internal clock is doing its own thing. And I'm fading fast. So here I am. Like I'm getting this done so I can get into my jammies. Oh my goodness. I'm excited to see. You know what? So much lead up, so much transition within the fall, right? Or September, October was very transitional. November, December is a lot lighter. You may have really noticed, especially in that last 2 weeks, the last 10 days of October, just like a lot of intensity coming up, a lot of past coming up, irritabilities, life lessons, etc. Really what they're showing for that is there's been the completion, the release. And so we're still, I think, clearing it out a bit. But really welcoming in this new energy. And November is going to really remind you how brightly you shine, which I think is just going to be so healing and so exciting for so many, because it has been such a hard go for so long, right? And I feel like I've been talking about it all year, right? Like it's coming, it's here. Here we are, November and December. Every week is getting a little bit lighter in the sense of energy, in the sense of hope renewed, in the sense of faith renewed, and then really leading into a very more quick-paced, achieving, goal, obtaining type of 2026, which I think that we are all very excited for. Very excited for. For my October group, I did get all the breakdowns for the October group. We will be starting the November group. So if you're part of the November group for the 2026 breakdowns, they will be trickling out throughout the month. The goal is to have them all completed by the last day of the month. And so that is, if you don't, if you're not getting yours, just have patience, because I do so many a day, giving me some wiggle room, because I do have little germy kids that go to school. So I have learned through the years to schedule that in. Hi everyone. Hello. I know I'm a little bit early, but we're just on like, daytime, I guess, timeline. But yeah. And so getting those done for this month. Don't forget that on November 20th, I am doing an online Messages from Spirit. This is a gallery style read. Really beautiful way to witness spirit, to receive messages, to watch others receive messages, to learn, to take it all in. And so that is over on my website, along with the Sydney show on the 4th. And the Windsor, Nova Scotia show on the 12th. And don't forget, we are doing the Adopt a Family fundraiser, where 100% of the proceeds are going to the Adopt a Family, organized by OVEC. And the draw is on the 17th. So now that we're into November, it seems so much closer, right? And so if you want to get your tickets, you can head over to my website, angemcclellan.com, under the store tab. Also, it's pinned on top of this Facebook page. So all you have to do is just go under where my name is, and it's featured in the top little section. Very easy to find. The link is there. All the information on the website gives you the payment options, which is credit card, PayPal, and e-transfer. E-transfer, when you click it, you can see the email that you are to send to. You go into your own banking and you send an e-transfer. Okay. I know a lot of people, that two steps gets you. But it's just a wonderful option to be able to do e-transfer in that way, right? All right, let's get into it. Hi. Oh, good. Let's see what is in store for this first full week of November, which is coming from today, November 12th through to the 8th. Let's see. All right. And this is so interesting. Okay, there is this feeling of wanting to plan ahead, wanting to look ahead, but there's still such this stalled energy within you. We're focusing on the negative. Things may not be working out or turning out or in the timeline that you expected. And so there is a little bit of resistance, okay? There needs to be this acceptance of like, this is where we are at. This is what's happening. Even though this is not the timeline that I would choose, I'm going to choose to believe that everything is happening for a reason, right? It will get done when it gets done. This is something that I feel like I'm getting better at the older that I get and the more kind of grounded and settled I am as a human, is that I can just go, okay. Before, when things would go astray, it would drive me crazy. But you know what? It will get done. It will get done and it will be fine and we'll all be okay and we'll get through it, right? And so there's almost this feeling of patience. What's interesting is that I think there's a lot of negative mindset maybe in the past over the last 3 years of you trying to execute, trying to do something, trying to blaze a new path, trying to get ahead, and just feeling like everything was pitted against you, because it kind of that was the energy. Now we are moving into flow, right? Where things are going to be coming in a lot easier. If we keep this kind of negative mindset, we're not able to manifest, we're not able to grow. And I understand where some may feel discouraged, but it is now time to plan for the future. It is now time to get going again, right? And so this kind of standstill, this stalled energy is behind us. And there is so much abundance that you are going to be taking from this last scarcity season. And I know that may seem unlikely, but you have learned and grown so much over the last 3 years. It's actually unbelievable. Okay. You're not able to see it because we're still kind of in that funk. And so would be a really beautiful time to think of cleansing your space. We're kind of in that, cleaning out Halloween, getting ready for ho-ho. And so in this kind of in-between energy, this timeline, it'd be a really wonderful time to clean house, to purge, to clean out the energy, to ground your energy, to refocus, to make a plan, right? All of these things that would be really helpful to kind of clear out that old energy and welcome in the new. Even using the next full moon, which I believe is a really powerful super moon. And I think that it is something that is going to be really purposeful to help clear this out. Okay. Lily, you know what's so funny? I love sage. Sage for me clears out everything. Same with my children. My children really love it. But my best friend, her daughter really reacts to it in a negative way. She says the same thing. It really makes things worse. And it may be just the disruption. So make sure you're clearing it out. Make sure you are having the window open, having the door out, and you're clearing it out, that you are setting a high intention, right? Calling God, calling the universal energy. I call in Archangel Michael for protection to help clear out everything that no longer serves me or my family. Once you clear it out, maybe what would be beneficial for you is to reclaim the energy. This is my space. Only when we're in this space, only light is allowed in, only light is welcomed. I am grounded, I am centered, we are safe. Kind of reclaiming the space, maybe that extra, oh, you didn't open the windows. So you just stirred everything up. You just stirred it up, girl. So what you want to do is when you are cleansing your space, you want to, if you have like a multi-level home, start in the basement and in the highest level. So whether it's a 1 or 2 story, whatever, the last room that you're in, make sure the window's open and all the energy goes out. So you're kind of whisking it and it's all moving up with you. And then it goes out that last window or door. That's going to make such a game changer. I would also then just go and say, let's reclaim the space. That's just another added step that can help you feel more grounded, but that's probably what it is. So make sure you cleanse it and clear it out. Yeah, and so really wanting to use this energy to kind of reclaim. It'd be a really wonderful time, and I know that we do this, in January. Oh, you're so welcome, Debbie. We like to kind of look ahead. I think this is a really wonderful time to do that, knowing that November and December are precursors to the 2026, that it's very much 2026 vibes. I've been absolutely loving doing the 2026 breakdowns because, even though I am a professional and I try my best to be disconnected from what I bring through, it literally almost killed me last year doing all of these breakdowns and all of them being wah-wah. I'm like, can I please just give good news to someone? So I've been having so much fun because next year is going to be a lot better in that sense, where we're going to feel like we're living again. We're going to feel like our life is working again, which is so nice, right? And so, like I said, November, December is going to be precursors to that, where we're going to see, oh, you know what? I feel like that resistance is less. I feel like I can do. I feel like I can be productive. I feel like if I set a goal, I'm going to obtain it, right? And so just really loving that. So taking this time to kind of clear out that energy to ground, but also to go, what is it that I want? Because I can promise you what you want now is different than what you wanted last year and certainly 3 years ago, because we have transformed greatly. There's also going to be multiple times throughout this next 6 months where that is then going to be shown to you. You're going to see through an experience, maybe a repeat experience, maybe bumping into someone from the past, maybe kind of being in a scenario where you have been, but now you are stronger, more centered, more focused, and you're able to navigate it. There's this kind of reflection through experience where you're going to be like, whoa, I have grown so much, because I would have absolutely handled this in a different way, felt differently. Or it's going to show you, it's going to be a mirror to show you how far you've grown, because it's really helpful to kind of see that scale along the way. I know personally, I had a experience within the last month where I was just like, whoa, okay. Because as someone that does what I do, that I'm a party of one, right? And so sometimes you don't even see your growth until you're in a situation or a scenario or an environment where that's really reflected. And it's just like, wow, okay, you know what? There has been so much growth because I was so grounded during that interaction or that experience, where in the past I may have felt kind of newbie or vulnerable or unsteady. And so you're really going to see this moving forward. And I think that is going to be very helpful, because there's kind of this mindset among the masses where it's just been like a waste. But it's very purposeful and it's very intentional to prepare you for what's coming in next. Because I'm going to tell you, the blessings are going to be so enormous. They are going to be so life-changing that if they would have came 5 years ago, you would have sabotaged it. You would not have been ready. You could not handle it. You could not. And so that's why the tapestry of life is the way that it is, to give us everything that we need to then support, give us the foundation, grow the foundation, steady the foundation, so that we can support the next thing that comes in. And it's going to be amazing. So yay for all of us. Yay for all of us. It is important for you to be mindful this week. Yeah, look, both overwhelmed burnout cards and news of exciting opportunity. So there is almost something that it's like, okay, your body is saying, I'm a little tired, I'm a little tired, I'm a little tired. Or it may say, I know that we're excited. If we're taking something on, we have to take something off. I think is going to be the best thing that you can do in the month of this month of November. I think that it's going to be really helpful, because we're really wanting to manage our time energy. Okay. We're really wanting to manage this kind of, okay, let's have a game plan and let's see how things, let's try to stick to it. Be very mindful of, if I take this on, how am I going to feel after it? because I don't want to take this on for temporary satisfaction and then be gutted or be drained for 4 days, right? There's almost this feeling of like, it's not really worth it. Some cases it's worth it. It doesn't seem like these are the cases. That doesn't seem what I'm talking about. And so I think that it is important for us to kind of keep that in mind, that we need to put our experience and our energy currency into the equation when we are deciding, am I able to take that on? Is the recovery or the come down or the replenishment too expensive for me to have this experience? And I think that that's something that we really need to keep in mind, because we have this kind of all or nothing. And every time you turn around, you're burnt out. And then we're trying to fix the burnout, and then we go and we do it again, right? And so there is a little bit of self-accountability that needs to come in. So just be mindful. I feel because of the higher energy coming in, it's like we want to say yes, and we want to be on the go all the time because we're feeling good, right? We're feeling light. We may be feeling a little spendy. We may want to go out socializing. That we still want to be mindful of our energy experience so that we don't burn ourselves out too quickly, okay? We do have the Star card. Love this, and I love this. So again, things are getting a little bit more clarified. That is literally, they're like, oh, this is clarity, right? Not only do we know and trust that the future's bright, we have this kind of enlightenment that's coming in. We're focused on things that we love, right? Even with what we're choosing to do, what we're choosing to spend our money on, who we're choosing to spend time with, maybe even looking ahead with Christmas shopping, there is like this different intention settings this year. It's more of, there's more intent, which I absolutely love, right? And so have faith that the future's bright, dreams come true, positive changes that bring end to challenging times, the light at the end of the tunnel. That is exactly that, okay? Do what you love, recognition for your highest quality of work. This seems to be as well a bit of a reward that's coming in with this. So you're focusing on what you love, doing what you love. There's the opportunity to do what you love even more. There's the recognition of what you do and the love around that. So that's really interesting on how that's coming in. This feels more like praise. This feels more like validation. We see you, where this is exciting and we want to do it, but this seems more like socially, like, should we go to the city tomorrow? Like, you know what I mean? That type of opportunity where I think you could go, and that's fine. But I also think that would it be worth the drain or the burning the candle at both ends to catch up with what we put off? And so that's where they're saying, let's be mindful with the decisions that we make. This is coming in a beautiful opportunity to validate that what you're doing is making an impact, whether this is in your personal life or your professional life. You have to understand that you are very important. You're just very important. And I think that most of everyone is walking around feeling the opposite. You are so important to the entire tapestry of humanity right now. You are experiencing experiences that nobody has in the years before. What you are learning and growing and healing through are then forever changing the impact of the souls that come after you and the souls that interact with you. You have to understand that you have so much influence, and you don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to have a platform to have massive influence. How you make somebody feel, how they move around the world interacting with you, what you give out as an energy and light and your talent or your skills, right? You're very important. It's very important that you are here. And I think that if we wake up and go, okay, if I'm important, then what do I want to do with that? What type of energy do I want to exude? What do I want to do with my day? Everybody has a legacy, right? How do you want someone to feel after they interact with you and they go about their day, right? And so being very intentional, and I think, you know, life is so busy that we're walking around ungrounded. We're walking around feeling untethered. We're constantly looking outwards for more. And when really all the gift and all the blessings are within. And there's so many humans walking around that are missing it, that are missing the beautiful blessings of your family or your partner or your interactions or your siblings or the stranger at the grocery store. There's so much magic that happens in those scenarios and those experiences and those relationships, but we're scrolling or we're looking for the next thing, or we're not seeing and celebrating our achievements in the present. We only want more and more and more. And so there really is this feeling, because then if we're wanting more, we feel like we don't have, and we don't have, we're not good enough. And if we're not good enough, then we're failing at life, right? When really, in truth, you are succeeding in life. Life would not be the same if you were not here. And imagine the impact if you tried. Imagine the impact if you woke up and was like, okay, I don't have to worry about not being enough because I am enough. What do I want to do? What kind of impact do I want to have on today? And it will really change the way that you move through your life. And you go from fixating on self, right? Because that's anxiety, right? It's very self-oriented, and you can kind of release that. And it's a really nice break for the brain to not have to worry about that, right? And then you can go, well, what do I want to do and how do I want to do it? And these little tiny moments throughout the day really leave such impact, right? And I think that waking up and being intentional with choosing how you're going to show up that day, waking up and calling in your divine team, and then saying, today's going to be a good day. I'm going to shed some light today. Or if you don't know how, hey guides, please use me to shed light today. And I tell you, it's the best feeling in the world. And it's really such a game changer, because as you shed light to others, light is shed to you, and it feels, it's contagious, and it's never ending, because it's just, give and take all this energy. And it's really, really beautiful. And I think that waking up and knowing that you are enough and saying, I'm not going to worry about that today. I'm going to be intentional with whatever you choose to be. You're going to realize like how much impact that you have in that day, how much life there is in that day when our brains aren't somewhere else, right? And so I do challenge you to start your days with intention. I think is so important, and see the difference, even do a little journaling experience, even for myself, to be transparent. It wasn't that long ago that I was like, oh my God, I have not been intentional. I've been doing and going and like adapting, but I have not been intentional. And taking time to go, okay, who am I? Intentionally, this is how I want to be. Intentionally, this is what I want to do. The amount of clarity that has brought in is unbelievable. And you know what else it brought in? Confidence. Because the manic mind isn't going crazy, because we know who we are. We centered. We know who we are. We know what we want to do. We have a mission. It's the feeling of lack of direction that gets us very untethered. And so you get to create the direction. You get to center your energy. You get to set an intention that is grounding you and setting you up for success. And it quiets the mind, right? And then you're going to go, oh, you know what? I was doing that. I was on social media too much, or I was listening to other people's problems too much, and that was really influencing me. I'm going to now intentionally not do that. I'm going to intentionally not doom scroll. I'm going to intentionally read a chapter in my book before I doom scroll, or whatever it is, right? Kind of making this little bit of guidelines where I feel like we have been so tired from surviving life that we haven't even had the mental capacity to be able to go, this is what I want, or this is how I want to show up. But now the time, the energy, the universal energy is aligning with you, that is really going to allow this to be more successful. And so if you were trying in the past 12 to 24 months to start new healthy habits and they didn't stick, girl, same. All right? Bring them in now, because this universal energy is very much supporting this, and it's going to be a lot easier to stick to the new habits that you're forming, okay? This renewal card is all about reflection. And so there, like I said earlier, you're really going to see the lessons that you have learned and how much you have grown, but the clarity of moving forward is really going to be so beautiful. And so I think November has the potential of kind of whisking by. And this is why the guides are really wanting us to stay grounded and centered and intentional with how we want to move through November. And so that when we're not feeling like we're flying by the seat of our pants, because I do feel like, you know, after this week, things are going to be like, not that this week isn't going to be busy, but it just feels like it's going to be real busy the next 3 weeks. And so take this week to get clear on what is it that I want? How do I want to finish out the year? What do I want to achieve in the next 2 months? How do I want to move through? How do I want to feel in my body? Right? If we wake up and we're like, that's how we're going to feel all day. And so if you're saying, okay, I'm going to wake up, I'm not going to go on my phone. I'm going to invite in my divine team. I'm going to say some positive affirmations. I'm going to say today's a great day to have a great day. Today's going to be such a good day. And that's setting the tone of your day. That's setting an intention, right? And maybe we're going to listen to a podcast or listen to positive affirmations while we are having your tea or coffee in the morning, or while we are doing the breakfast hustle. Setting an intention of how you're going to start your day is then going to dictate how the day is going to go, which is very impactful and powerful as well. So lots of good tidbits coming in this week to kind of hit that revamp, that reset energy, to kind of rebalance ourselves and set that foundational, because I really feel like, you know, this is very much new year energy, even though this is the final 2 months of 2025. Like I said, it's very much setting you up for 2026. It's very much 2026 vibes, baby vibes leading up. And so really, really beautiful time to get clear on what it is that you want. And so much, and I would urge you to set the goals on how you want to feel in your body, how you want to feel in your life. The rest is going to come in. The abundance is going to come in, right? And so be clear on how you want to feel in your life. And I think that is going to be such a beautiful, magical, transformational point to start from. All right, guys, I'm going to leave that with you. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will see you next Sunday.